Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories as usual, starting with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, as it has been reported that Chelsea could walk away from Aubameyang deal due to Barcelona's asking price. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Real Sociedad defensive midfielder Martin Zubimendi, who have recently been talking on comparisons with Sergio Busquets, as the player said Busquets has done a lot of damage to other midfielders. Of course, we know Martin Zubimendi have been strongly linked to Barcelona recently. We are going to be discussing on what the midfielder had to say about Busquets. So guys, before we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification so you always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and please make sure to watch it right up to the very end. Barca, Barca, Barca. Fabrizio Romano has reported that while Chelsea have reached an agreement on personal terms with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the last meeting, they are yet to reach fine common ground with Barcelona. In fact, the two parties are quite far apart in terms of their valuation for the striker. Barcelona have struck a €30 million asking price for Aubameyang, but Chelsea are not ready to offer anything more than €17 million. The price discrepancy is still quite vast, and if Barca refuse to lower their quoted price, Chelsea could walk away from the deal. Barcelona signed Auba on a free in January and are under no obligation to sell him this quickly, especially after his impressive debut season. He scored 13 goals across La Liga and the Europa League, ending as the team's top scorer. However, it is important to note that his salary is expected to take a major hike this season. Gerard Romero has claimed that Auba will receive up to €18 million gross, that is €9 million net, more than double of what he was earning for 6 months last time out. Offloading him for the correct price will help Barcelona take his salary off the books, while Xavi is not in favor of that move. It is a huge step in registering Jules Koundé and preparing the final quarter of the window to sign Bernardo Silva. As it stands, it seems difficult that Barcelona will be able to look Chelsea eye to eye about the selling price. The Blues are desperate to sign a striker though, and could be baited into paying over the market price. As of today, Barcelona have not changed their asking price on Aubameyang. €30 million is what they want Chelsea to give, but Chelsea have been reluctant to pay that amount, and Chelsea are offering but €17 million, which is so small for Barcelona, and this, according to this report, could make that deal collapse. Despite personal terms reached between Aubameyang and Chelsea, Fabrizio Romano himself confirmed that Chelsea have reached a personal agreement with Aubameyang already, so it's just now left for Barcelona to confirm by accepting Chelsea's proposal. But at this very point in time, there's that discrepancy when it comes to the asking price. Chelsea are reluctant to meet the 30 million valuation. Of course, Barcelona still have unregistered players like Jules Koundé, and they know very well that offloading Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will do a great deal when it comes to registering Jules Koundé, who is still unregistered. And of course, given as time is not on our side and the Real Sociedad clash coming up tomorrow Sunday, I very much doubt if we will be able to register Jules Koundé. Now that the Aubameyang deal is still left hanging in the air, I very much doubt if Barca will complete that deal this very today. Now that we are getting the disagreement in the price, in the asking price, Barca are demanding up to €30 million, whereas Chelsea are not willing to pay such an amount. So that is where the problem lies. Even though, left to me, we all want Aubameyang to stay. Aubameyang is a reliable top scorer and a very perfect fit as a backup for Lewandowski. And I'm not too surprised the fact that Aubameyang have agreed personal terms with Chelsea. He knows that a player of his caliber, he knows that game time will be hard to come by this time around, knowing fully well that Lewandowski will be the preferred choice all the time. And of course, any player would like to go where he has that playing time. So the fact that, Auba have agreed personal terms with Chelsea is not really a big deal. But even, of course, the salary that Chelsea will be offering him will be quite high than what he receives at Barcelona. So let's see what happens because Honestly, if this deal does not work out, I'll be so happy about this, and I know most of you guys will be happy because all of us want Aubameyang to stay. And seeing as how he is a prolific goal scorer, we saw what he did last season, 13 goals in all competition, despite just making barely 6 months in the team. It's really impressive. And when we see that Memphis Depay is heading to Juventus for a free transfer, despite talk of Barca willing to sell either one of them, but now we're seeing two of them likely to leave the Camp Nou. If Auba can stay, then that would be great. But the only issue will be the registration. Jules Koundé will not be able to register in time because Aubameyang deal will not go through before tomorrow, which is Sunday, where we play our next La Liga game. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what Chelsea do in the coming hours. Of course, the transfer window closes at the end of this month, so a lot of things still need to be decided. If Barca will be the one to lower their asking price, or Chelsea will change their mind, or they'll walk away, or they'll accept Barca's 30 million, it all remains to be seen. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, rumored Barcelona target Martin Zubimendi had an interview recently offering his thoughts on Barca and most notably Sergio Busquets. The Real Sociedad midfielder has been highly linked with the move to the Camp Nou throughout the summer, with many of the Barca camp considering him as an ideal long-term replacement for Captain Busquets. The veteran's contract at the Camp Nou expires at the end of the season, which has accentuated the need for someone like Zubimendi. However, speaking in that interview, the midfielder said he is nowhere near Busquets' level, hailing the Spaniard for attaining so much of success during his splendid career. He said, "Comparing me to Busquets, he has done a lot of damage to the rest of the midfielders. I'm a long way from being like him. To be honest, he's achieved too much in his career," Zubimendi told the Diario Sport. A product of Real Sociedad's own youth academy, Zubimendi has been performing at the top level in La Liga for a couple of seasons, raking up 100 competitive appearances for them. The 23-year-old's performances have not gone unnoticed, with Barcelona among the clubs interested in his services. The player though suggests he is focused on his current spell at Real Sociedad. Despite acknowledging the interest from Barca, he said, "I am focused on Sociedad. It is good that great teams can say that comparisons to Busquets, although I don't know if it's true. I'm focused here, and that's it." However, Zubimendi did admire Barcelona for the work they have done during the summer transfer window. He said, "They didn't have a lot of money, and they ended up signing a lot of players. The reality is that they have made a great team." So it remains to be seen whether Zubimendi's appraisal for Barcelona means anything to the Catalan outfit for the time being, but it is quite possible the club will continue to monitor his progress at the Anoeta Stadium before eventually making an effort to snap him up. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.